The kick at goal was wide. It remains 24-5. Free kick to Uganda after that restart from Germany failed to go the requisite 10 meters. Ugandans have 2:25, within which time
Uganda opting for scrum. They have 30 seconds to make their decision now, but it appears that they are shaping up for an interesting set play there.
ball. A contest that is eventually cleaned up.
Ahead of the kicker, do you want a penalty here? Okay, choose the penalty then now.
This is Casito. Then the ball was intercepted. Aturinda committed himself to the tackle.
The long cutout pass by Casito to Alex Aturinda did not go to hand, and he pressed himself for impact. But Germany had crept up offside.
Let's go, back 10.
So Uganda have a penalty at the 22-meter line. Just waiting to see the shape that they take.
You have a sub
for this set play.
They call for a scrum.
This time they opt for the scrum. They got closer to the uprights. William Corey on for Adrian Casito.
It's a penalty for not going 10.
Yeah, but you can tell if it's a protect.
Yeah, okay. Come on. Everything is good. Crouch! Bind! Sit! Hold it. Knock on. Scrum red.
William Corey loses that ball on the floor at the back of the scrum. So possession has quickly turned hands back to Germany.
Let him come. Scrum red. Let's go, boys. Come on. Come on. Crouch!
Was the knock on by William Corey.
Binds! Set!
Uganda have about 25 seconds to hold on and be
Stay black.
guaranteed of third place. Ball is loose. And then another one of the best players, Davis Shima.
Shima only made his debut at the Africa Sevens in Zimbabwe. This is his second tournament, and he has opened his try scoring account in Nairobi with that try. Picked up some grass as well, but he's on his way to being a rugby goat in Uganda. Shima,
Indeed, as the conversion goes in. That was it. Reacting quickest there, showing deft hands. Touching down, and the conversion is good as Uganda seal third place here at the Safari7s. Famous win, the highest ever finish at the Safari7s, Ernest. 31-5 at full time against Germany. Uganda win the bronze medal. That has been a good win for Uganda, Ernest. The highest ever finish in Nairobi at the Safari7s.
having taken part in the tournament from its inception in 1996 and always falling short in the quarterfinals, in the round robin placement games. This was some redemption from the team that had been sent here at the start of their 2023-2024 7th season. And what a way to do it in front of some Kenyan royalty. Uganda looking to do that good gesture from the Tropic Sevens for the men and women counterparts. They've offered a guard of honor for the women who are playing yet again in the cup final at the Safari7s.
Certainly, as the action between Kenya and Uganda continues for yet another week. We saw it in the Victoria and Elgin Cups. We've seen it at the Safari7s over the past few days. And how fitting it is that Kenya and Uganda women compete for the cup title in the women's competition.
Uganda women have reached the final a couple of times before. In 2018, when they took two teams, finished second, while the Emerging Lady Cranes finished fourth. And then it was the same even match earlier in 2011, losing by a conversion in the final. But of course, the highest are the Thunderbirds A, who won.
You know, we're going pitch side to Sullivan Dege.
Right here with Pablo Feijo, who is the coach of Germany, and also a former Spanish rugby player, Sevens, who did last play 7 years ago in the year 2016. Pablo Feijo, what were some of the areas that you felt you had an advantage point and your team would have capitalized on this game?
I think that we were not in the game. Uganda did a really physical game and we were not in the game, so it's not the result that we wanted. We work to improve and this is not good enough for us, so now we need to analyze what's happened, why the boys didn't compete as they did against Shuja, and get better.
Generally, how would you rate your performance today from the Shuja to the last game that you had this afternoon?
I'm very happy with the performance of the boys till the fifth game, but the last one has been really poor, so we need to improve.
Okay, thank you so much. That is Pablo Feijo, the head coach of Germany, with great experience right here.
I don't know what.
Coming up next is the women's main cup final. The defending champions, the Lionesses, against one of their biggest rivals in world rugby, Uganda Lady Rugby Cranes. There's going to be a bit of a wait, but the teams are already in the tunnel. A shot of Maimuna Nasozi strapped in the head after that collision, and the shot there is the Uganda Rugby Union CEO joining in a show of support to the ladies. Isaac Lutwama.
Well, it is time for the Women's Cup final. The Lionesses against Uganda. These two teams have been engaged in a running battle over the years in the 15s and 7s versions of the game. We did see Uganda get one over Kenya last year during the Africa 7s in Tunisia. This year, Kenyans turning the table. They meet again barely weeks after meeting in Tunisia during the Women's Rugby Africa 7s. The Kenyans already run onto the pitch. The Uganda women have benefited from a guard of honor from their men's team.
The men have done their part, winning their final game. It's now time for the women as well to win their game, but it's going to be a tough challenge against the Kenya Lionesses team.
As you see the Kenyan lineup on our screens there, and in the black and red is the Uganda Lady Cranes. Lionesses in red and black, preferred strip. And our picture there in shirt number 7, Namulala Unity, scored a try. That was Najuma Yvonne.
Number 2, looking like 7, shot folded.
Telling you these font sizes, they have really evolved. But it is time for the women's final. Rooted deep and plucked there by Snyder Nyachio. Maureen Murito bringing in Diana Ochieng. Diana Ochieng is on the floor.
Turnover 1 by Faith, by Najuma Yvonne rather, fast on the ball at that breakdown. Uganda now letting the ball do all the work after learning their lessons against the Cubs. Agnes Nakuya over on the outside edge. Uganda have struck first against the Lionesses. Agnes Nakuya looks like she has hurt herself, but Uganda going through with their hands, and then the speedster outpacing Naomi Amuguni for the first try of the game in the corner. Uganda lead by 5 points to nil against the Lionesses.
Absolutely, the statement of intent coming from the Lady Cranes. And this is Nasozi Maimuna. Kick-up goal is wide, and it remains 5-0 in favor of the Lionesses. From the restart, the ball is claimed by Ann Ochieng. This is Nyachio. Phoebe Akini keeps the ball as she finds the floor. The referee calls for the knock-on. Advantage is with Uganda. They have come with a lot of intent in this final. I do believe that loss to the Cubs really rattled them.
Certainly, without a doubt. The Lionesses have been rattled early on in this match. Continue to put in the hard tackles, forcing such complete errors.
Set!
That was Nadunga Rita. Keeps her feet. Those are good hands from Maimuna, despite the awkward fall.
Tackle was made by a player on the floor. Uganda, like they've been doing the entire weekend, have called for a scrum. They want to attack from that set piece. Pack of Sarah Chirabo, Yvonne Najuma and Lydia Nabiro. But it will be interesting to see that set play between Nasozi and Lekuru.
Nadunga Rita being in Maimuna. The kick downfield and the chase is on. And Ochieng gets the better of the bounce. We do know that she's got pace to burn as well. Has played her rugby in Spain as well for 6 months during the 2021 season. Nyachio, the Lionesses look to exit their 22.
What is open?
Ochieng.
Uganda applying pressure against the Lionesses, and it's a different turn of events so far in the first half.
That's a dummy for Makini. She has support in the form of Naomi Amuguni. We do know that Naomi Amuguni has pace. She is stretching her defenders, being manned by Nadunga Rita and the captain, Peace Lekuru.
Numbers are plenty on the outside for Kenya.
This is Diana Ochieng against her opposite number 12. then Nyachio is a race against Maimuna. Nyachio has a presence of mind to go to the corner, going over the whitewash for that try, leveling the scores, much to the excitement of the crowd here at the RFUEA ground. It is 5-5 between the Lionesses and Uganda in the women's final at the Safari7s. An exciting match so far, Ernest.
What a response from the Lionesses. Nyachio especially on that break. She knew she could match Nasosi for pace. All she needed to do was run towards the corner, and what a finish.
From Ann Ochieng is short. 2 minutes 13 seconds remain. It is all square between the Lionesses and Uganda in the cup final at the Safari7s 2023.
Both teams playing some very good rugby. This is what we would be waiting for in a cup final.
And certainly it is a match worthy of a cup final. Fielded from the kickoff by Uganda's Nakuya Agnes. Chirabo is it into the captain. Well, actually that was Najuma Ipon. Peace Nekuru keeping it alive, but the pressure coming from Ochieng. Penalty advantage will be with Uganda. 1 minute 12 seconds remain in the half.
Pretty sure that Uganda will be opting for a scrum at that point. Yep, scrum it is. Here's one of, coincidentally, top referees in Uganda, Omar Balikanda. Slowly rising through the ranks, following in the footsteps of like Ronald Utimba and Sauda Adiru, who have refereed here in such iconic tournaments.
Keep the fight.
Into the final moments of the half. That is Maureen Muritu.
Well read by Maureen. Uganda have done that loop move a couple of times this tournament. They did it in this match, and so when it came back, they were keen to stop that move from the halfbacks.
And this is Namabiro Lydia. Rangy strides from Lydia Namabiro, cantering towards the try line. She is going to retake the lead for Uganda.
What an effort from Lydia Namabiro on the outside edge. She beats Maureen Muritu for pace after Muritu had done all the hard work on defense. And then that cross-covering tackle not good enough to stop her. Namabiro over again. Uganda take the lead again. And there goes the halftime hooter.
Maimuna's kick again is wide. And that's the last order of business from what has been a very entertaining half. Namabiro. Rangy strides of hers, taking her over the whitewash. It is Uganda with the 10-5 lead over the Lionesses in the Safari7s women final. It is halftime. We will catch you in a few.
Really, it's really up to you to decide. You have a crowd watching you, you have all the skills, you have all the experience, but now you have to take instructions and do what I'm telling you. Let the ball move, use the middle of the field, secure rack. They are not wasting the power to lose ball for rack, secure rack. More back over your rack. Steer. The rest is simple. You're going to fight Mr. Gandhi to redeem yourselves that. No one will do it for you. The ones who are here, sour.
There's the Uganda men sevens joining their fans in celebration as the women take an unprecedented lead against the defending champions Kenya Lionesses in the Women's Cup final. Uganda men finished third. The women will finish one above them nonetheless, win or lose, but they now lead by just a try with 7 minutes to play in the second half of this Women's Cup final.
Ready? Okay, time is on. Okay, time.
Back underway for the second half then. Kenya kicking deep into Ugandan territory. Agnes Nakuya.
Roll away.
Peace Lekuru. Carries the ball a few meters forward. The Lionesses are penalized. Not rolling away, and that is again Peace Lekuru with the fend off on Maureen Muritu. And then Lekuru, the captain, leading her charges here by example.
Good ball play from Uganda.
Rita Nadunga goes over the whitewash. A third try for Uganda.
There must have been some serious team talk from Charles Oneng there. Uganda earlier in the day were playing more like individuals than a team, but they've changed the strategy for this match, moving the ball around, keeping the Kenya Lionesses on their 6s and 7s, and what a try from Rita Nadunga, building off that kick receipt by Muna Nasozi, second strapping on her head, looking for the extra points, and unfortunately it stays at 15 points to 5. What a fight from Uganda. The Kenya Lionesses need to respond as hard as they can. A number of dignitaries in the stands, recognized by the fans watching the game online, including the one about kuna big names huku tukianza na TikToker Umbachi.
Well, play continues. Sheila Chajira is on for the second half. Nyachio, and then the offload to
Nauli Amuguni,
eventually getting points on the board. The crowd is in rapture here on the RFUEA ground.
it's what the fans want to see. Kenya playing rugby, bossing their own tournament, and what a response from the Lionesses. And Naomi Amuguni knows well how to score against Uganda, running a perfect support line. And you can see the smile on her face, knowing that they have inched closer, the Lionesses, to Uganda. They will cut the lead to 3 points, pending a successful conversion from Anne Cheng.
Well, the kick is successful. Now just 3 points separating the two sides. Uganda leading by 15 points. Let's see that again. Offload from Nyachio to Amuguni.
Okay. Behind the ball.
The wind has picked up in the stands, so it's going to be tricky with ball up in the air, but the fans will still continue to enjoy themselves. Kenya have responded to Uganda's early charge.
Back.
That is Maimuna. Uganda will need to secure the result.
Stay back. Complete.
Nakuya. Najuma on the floor.
She's there.
Nakuya once again. It's Chirabo. Captain Lekuru to Maimuna. Maimuna sells the dummy. She just doesn't have enough pace, but has support players. Excellent use of the ball by Uganda. Making it work again. That is Namabiro.
Final pass does not go to hand, but this Lekuru is there for the support.
Teria Yesa with the tackle that impedes Lekuru's progress.
End-to-end stuff from both teams. The fatigue is beginning to creep in.
The Lionesses had forced the turnover. It will be a scrum feed for the Lionesses. This has been a match worthy of a cup final, without a doubt.
Kenya Lionesses being forced to fight for their title defense. Uganda looking to get one of their rivals who have always had the upper hand, winning the last 2 meetings between them. The Africa Sevens. What pressure from the scrum from Uganda. They have scrum advantage as well.
I think that the Lionesses are coming into this tournament minus Grace Aviambo, Judith Okini, Stella Wafula, Christabel Lindo, who are all in South Africa for the Rugby 10s Championship. As we speak, this is Nasozi Maimuna. Line of sight, open ball, it is cleaned up by Nyachio Snyder.
No daylight from Uganda there. The tackler and the support need release on that contest, but what a fight from both teams. Non-stop rugby. I think we've had like 3 minutes of non-stop rugby, and now with this medical break we can finally catch a breather, and so do the players as the light drizzle starts to power down midway through this. Actually, just 2 minutes left to play in this second half of the Women's Cup final.
2 minutes left to play, 3 points separating the two teams. Uganda 15, Lionesses 12.
Uganda are no stranger to the cup final in this Safari7s. They finished second 3 times, third in the very last edition in 2021, but most importantly, the local club featuring in this competition, the Thunderbirds A, finished on the top step of the podium. They won 82,004.
Okay. We just keep
so this will be a return to winning ways for Uganda, only if they can hold on to this 3-point margin against the Lionesses with just 90 seconds to play. An introduction coming up for debutant Unity Namulala. She got called to the national team just a few months ago. But look at the stage where she is. Namulala scored her first try earlier today in that semi-final. So this is all to play for Uganda and Kenya as well.
Yes, out to the 5.
Round 90 seconds remain as the skies open up here at the RFUEA ground.
Ball is out.
Kenya now playing that look that Uganda have shown as their identity.
Well, this is Diana Ochieng. Beats one, beats two. Ball is lost.
Same hands.
Nachio cleans it up.
Very doing well to get out of the way as well.
Ochieng with the kick. Lekulu following through. Desperate from Lekulu. It will be a Kenyan line out. 50 seconds left to play.
Very fighting stuff in this Women's Cup final. The rain is pouring down. But the temperature on the pitch is at an all-time high. 3 points separate Lionesses from Uganda. Line out taken quickly.
Edith Nariaka loses possession. One of the youngsters coming through the ranks of the Lionesses.
The final quarter has gone. This is the last play. Another chance, one more chance for Kenya to win and defend the Safari7s title.
No hands. No hands.
Uganda tested there. That looked like an intentional knock-on. And Nakuya Agnes will be heading to the bin.
Nakuya condemns Uganda to the mercy of the Lionesses. Without a doubt, they'll be calling for the scrum to strike out wide. It will be heartbreaking for Uganda should Kenya make use of this set play. and similarly heartbreaking for the Lionesses, the defending champions, if they cannot make use of this advantage in the power play.
But it would be a good result for rugby. It has been hot, it has been entertaining. Definitely setting the tone for the final men's competition coming up. The ball is lost. It is cleaned up by Sheila Chajira, using all her experience to ensure the ball is still in play. And with the Lionesses in possession, this is Amuguni looking to go all around the Ugandans. She is on the floor.
Advantage for the offside there.
Advantage over.
Chajira over.
And it's a forward pass. No way.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be celebration in Kampala tonight. Heartbreak in the rain for the Lionesses.
Uganda, unbelievable scenes at full time. The women's sevens have won the 2023 Safari7s tournament.
Has been massive. It was a great game from both teams. But you have to give it to the Ugandans for their resolve, holding out in those final minutes. 15-12 against the Kenya Lionesses.
They started early, they fought, they worked hard, catching Kenya napping early on to take a lead and then fighting back. The defending champions threw the kitchen sink at Uganda, but unfortunately that final pass went forward in the eyes of referee Umal Barikanda and he put a stop to the challenge. What a game.
Confirmation of the squad full time. It is Uganda 15, Lionesses 12. Lionesses losing out to Uganda. Congratulations to Uganda. Safari7s champions in 2023 as the tournament makes a return to the RFUEA ground in what has been a very entertaining game of sevens rugby.
The men did their part, finishing third in the men's competition, but the women have gone too higher and finished first. What a turn of events. While celebrations in the stands and on the pitch, Uganda finally have broken that jinx against Kenya. They've beaten them where it hurts the most, at home in front of their home grounds and fans. Let's take a look at the highlights from this game and how Uganda fought strong in this match. That was the first strike from Agnes Nakuya, outpacing Naomi Amguni. And then Kenya fighting back, making use of that overlap on the outside. Call to speedster Diana Ocheng through the hands, and then the soft skills. Sinaida showing Maimuna a clean pair of wheels to level matters. There's a confirmation of the main cup final. Samurai against the home team and defending champions Kenya Shujaa coming up next. The fans in the stands have found their voice, applauding the Shujaa team that is running on for the men's cup final against an exciting Samurai 7s team that always bring the fight and the light to this Safari 7s tournament. The rain has died down just a little bit, but there's that Shujaa team led by Vincent Onyala, inspirational in the semi-final, and that youngster John Okoth on the side. But how about the Samurai with Blitzbrock, World Series winner Nyoga Hayward, and Stuart Hutchison, who scored 4 tries in the final pool match earlier today. Onyala, eyes on the prize. Kenya will need to time the tides and probably get one in the cup final after the Lionesses lost in the women's edition.
Absolutely. This promises to be a cracker. A repeat of the 2015 and 2016 finals when Shujaa and Samurai faced off. Match official for this one is Shemea Ndlovu from Zimbabwe. In 2015, Samurai defeated Shujaa to win their first Safari 7s title. Shujaa returned the favor in 2016, defeating Samurai to win that year's title. Tony Omondi cuts a picture of concentration there. Nabo Sokoi just having a feel of the ball. Change of direction from that kickoff. Doesn't go 10.
We start from Samurai. How calm are the Shujaa with first possession of the ball.
Samuel Asati playing in his second tournament for Shujaa. Was part of the squad that was in Zimbabwe as Shujaa qualified for Olympics with victory at the Rugby Africa 7s.
Coach! Move! Set! Steady, steady, steady!
This is Asati looking to release Patrick Odongo into the contest early on, kept alive. Asati keeping it alive. So well, awareness there from Asati, and Onyala was almost telepathic as Shujaa recycled the ball. Ondi bringing in Nigel Amaitsa, racing down that left flank. The tackle comes through from Soboi. Cover tackle from Nabo Sokoi, denying Shujaa the try-scoring opportunity.
This is good finals rugby. At full throttle, both attack and defense. And of course, Shujaa running out of real estate there in Nigel Amaitsa, forced into touch by that cross-covering tackle. What defense, what attack.
Samurai knocking that ball from the line out. You know that they can attack from deep. There's an offload and a contest there. Patrick Odongo shows his defensive capabilities there, curtailing that run. The ball is picked up on the loose and Patrick Odongo is going to score the game's opening try.
Has he dropped that ball? Full blast of the whistle. It's the first try of the game, but turning defense into attack. Patrick Odongo. It's such an exciting time to watch Odongo.
Absolutely, we have seen him on offense. We saw him on defense, actually turned defense into offense.
Good contest at the breakdown from Kenya. And then that ball is open. Odongo grounds it with force.
A kick from Omondi is good. Shujaa lead by 7 points to 0 against Samurai in the cup final. The Safari7s. From the restart, Nala taps it back. Is fielded by Amaitza. So have taken a hit to his head. Referee Shemea Ndlovu.
There is contact with the head, but there is a mitigating factor in drop down. I only have dropped it for penalty.
Okay. Sorry. Because we're talking about here.
That was it. Contact to the head. Mavano da Silva making contact to the head of Angela Maitza. Samurai will be penalized.
Coach! Go! Steady! Set!
The penalty quickly taken. This is Asati looking to stretch the Samurai defense. Odongo again in possession, attacking that right channel, going into contact. Ball is presented. Mondi, Wekesa, difficult man to bring down. John Okoth, nimble-footed, breaks the tackle. He's a strong ball carrier, but he gets a foot out to touch. It was a crucial intervention from Hayward, the Samurai number 12.
I mean, John Okoth is too powerful for the first man looking for that corner, but Hayward sliding and forcing his foot into touch. Try saving tackle.
Remember, Hayward has been capped by the blitz box, played at this year's Vancouver Sevens. His only cap for the blitz box to date. Is Shujaa with the pressure.
Karibu sana to the final of the 2023 Safari7s.
Committing himself on defense. Samurai finding it difficult to get out of their 22. Kick downfield, just easing the pressure that has been mounting from Shujaa. It's a clever piece of play from Nabo Sokoi.
Good decision, probably not the best execution. Kenya still deep inside their own territory. Perhaps could try saving tackle from Hayward, dragging John Okoth into touch, and Unyala demanding that offload from him.
Taken in the air by Onyala. This is Asati. Omondi, ball in two hands. It is lost forward on the tackle. 45 seconds remain in the half.
Omondi held on to that ball, but for a little bit too long into contact with the slippery surface wet ball. He lost it forward into the hands of the Samurai.
One try separating the two teams as halftime fast approaches.
Steady, steady, steady. Please, move on.
Shujaa's line speed has really been a problem for Samurai. Difficult to execute any plays, more so from deep in the half. A tackle from across, sees the ball lost forward on the tackle.
It's the conditions of that are at play at the moment after that rain.
Sees Asati all in two hands, releasing Odongo. Surely Odongo is gone.
There's defense yet again behind him.
Two times Sokoi has shown up down that left flank to deny Shujaa.
This is good rugby from both teams. Defense and attack. At full throttle, Odongo and Sokoi winning that foot race.
That is the last order of business in the half. What has been an entertaining half. 7 points separating the two teams after the opening 7 minutes. It is Shujaa leading Samurai in the men's final at the Safari7s 7-0. Catch you shortly. Bit of the excitement in the stands as we head into the final 7 minutes of the half. Has been an electric first half. Shujaa leading Samurai by 7 points to 0. Samurai coached by the Welshman Nick Wakely. Shujaa coached by Kevin Wambua. 7-0 is in favor of the team in red as they look to defend their title. Tony Omondi with the restart to get the second half underway. It's clumsy but eventually cleaned up and claimed by the Kenyans. John Okoth. The ball out wide is long. Kevin Wekesa goes over the top. Try immediately after the restart. Just what you'd want if you are in the league.
Yeah, right, and that's how you stamp your authority in such a match where the Samurai can pounce hard against you. Kenya Shujaa ensuring that they leave nothing to chance. Early on in the second half, strike, you saw how the first half went. Very many try-saving tackles. When you get an opportunity to score a clean one like that, you leave no chance. Wekesa over with an easy finish.
Conversion was unsuccessful. Ondi's restart high and hanging. This is an aerial contest claimed by Sokoi.
Let's move on.
Was Dan Hosek, the Czech Sevens international. Florian Makala breaks 2 tackles, is slowed down by a cover tackle from Kevin Wekesa.
Good contest from the Shujaa at that breakdown.
Stay on your feet, you're going to play the ball. You also.
2 yellow cards in succession. Samurai are down to 5 men. A moment of indiscipline sees them There is actually one yellow card. There's a playing shirt number 2, Tom Roach. Onyala Amaita denied a try-scoring opportunity in the first half. Okoth beats one, takes 2 to bring him to the floor. Onyala at scrum half. Asati, Omondi, Wekesa has Omondi in support. Asati arriving, back is secured. Wekesa at scrum half. Onyala with the dummy, makes the tackle. Asati arriving, cheeky from Asati.
Turn off. I think there's some confusion after those.
Second yellow card.
After that yellow card.
And the first one. Yes.
So he gave away 2 yellow cards. One for the player standing up and dropping Wekesa to the ground, and then the second yellow card for the player who tried to stop the quick restart. So the Samurai have not only been dropped from 7 men to 5 men.
His first one, then second one for disputing the coach.
Shaman Lovu explaining why he gave the yellow cards. Florian Makala join Tom Roach in the Sinben.
Surely there's going to be no contest now from Samurai. They're being handicapped not just once but twice in the same play.
3. Supposed to be 3.
Florian Makala and Tom Roach are the 2 Samurai players in the bin. 5 against 7 in the cup final with 5 minutes 50 to play. Certainly is a big disadvantage. Sati Maita, acres of space for Bongo. He surely won't be denied. Lands his brace.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy from the Shuja. 2-man advantage in the back line, and despite all the attempts from the Samurai to cover the real estate, there's just too much for Polo Dongo. Just sprint and dive over. Surely this game is done and dusted for the Shuja, and they will be defending their title.
Tony Omondi's kick is sure, sails between the sticks. They now have a 19-point lead over Samurai.
Yes, stops now. I think the first yellow will be 2 minutes up. Yes.
I think Odongo has been one of the standard players at this tournament. Could have done just enough to be named MVP today. Contest in the air there. Referee says Wekesa was taken out in the air at the contest.
That picture there, Kevin Wambua, the Shuja head coach, has been in the national team setup previously as coach of the Lionesses close to 8 years ago. As
Samurai back to 7. Maybe with this 2 minutes of the clock they can put up a fight, but they need to score 3 and answer tries within that time.
Kick downfield from Omondi. Races on round the ball, but Charlie Crow denying Shuja an opportunity for a 4th try.
It's going to be a 22-meter drop for Samurai.
Stay behind the ball. Stay behind the ball. Behind the ball. Captain! I blew my whistle. Captain! That's the captain. Ball was best forward to the touch. When the line out, you stop. Okay, let's have a score.
Good communication from the referee there. Asking Samurai what option they would like to have. 40 seconds on the clock. They opt for the scrum. There might be time for 1 or 2 tries. But certainly, barring a miracle of epic proportions, Safari7s, Samurai7s will not be able to win today's men's cup final.
They will at least be looking for consolation points. That is a hawk.
Yes!
Kala back on the field of play.
Tackle release! What? Yes, move away!
Hutchinson has been a quiet figure this match. Saw him work up his magic in previous rounds.
On the neck, claim advantage.
Advantage is with Samurai. Will at least be looking to get it on the board.
Yes!
The decisive tackle. Ball is presented on the floor by Dan Hosek, the Czech international. Makala.
Good ball retention from the Samurai as well.
Tackle!
Like the 5th phase now, I think.
Certainly, that is Charlie Venables as they carry the ball just into the Kenyan half, but they are driven back.
Yes!
Arthur Hall again on the floor. Then Dan Hosek finds himself in space. Carries the ball over the Kenyan.
Good contest at the breakdown.
You took it, look forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the last order of business. It is Shujaa winning the 2023 Safari7s, successfully defending their title 19-0 against Samurai.
It was already done and dusted, but they had to keep that clean slate against Samurai, fighting back in the very last play. But what difference from the Shujaa. They continue that campaign, that run of good form. Africa 7s champions, now Safari 7s champions. And what a way to do it in front of their home fans as well.
2 tournaments in, 2 wins.
Kevin Wambua is a winning machine, a kingmaker, I should say.
Confirmation of the score at full time. It is Shujaa 19-0 winners against Samurai.
It's been quite a game here. Samurai playing against the Shujaas with Nick Waki, who is the head coach of Samurai. Good evening, Nick. Been such an exceptional play from you guys. What are some of the areas that you felt you focused on, but the team didn't execute quite well as you expected?
Oh, look, you know, we could talk about errors, but you have to credit Shuja there. They brought the intensity, and you know, Our boys gave it their all. They've done that all weekend. I'm super proud of them. 7 different nationalities coming together with 2 training sessions, so you know, credit to them. I'm a bit lost for words on the yellow cards. I didn't really understand those, but you know, that's the way it comes. But we got to take that on the chin. But all I can feel is pride of the boys. They were fantastic.
And since yesterday, how would you generally describe the performances? Because yesterday you did quite exceptionally well. How do you gauge your performances since yesterday to today?
Yeah, look, when you're an invitational team, you want to make marginal improvements every game. We try not to overload them with detail and try and improve little 1%ers as the game goes on, and we did that. You know, culminating in Germany yesterday, having a good win, and then bringing it forward into today, and I thought we were great. So really happy that they got to experience the final in this beautiful country, and it's a tough place to come, as we've just found out.
Thank you so much. That was the head coach of Samurai, Nick Walkie, after this great game that they did have with the Shujas. Of course, pushing through all the way to the finals, it means they did put their best foot forward, and we are waiting to what this entire spectacular will be right here. Looking behind, getting ready for the final bit of this entire Safari7s tournament here. There's going to be gifting from number 1 all the way to the bronze. People who will be getting the bronze medal right here, and this has been quite a fantastic place to be at.
As we just catch a glimpse of the Shuja players having a moment with their fans. Also a glimpse of the trophies to be awarded to the winners. Vincent Onyala, co-captain of Shuja. Has just guided his team to victory in the Safari7s Cup final. Was a great 2 days of Rugby 7s action, and we will be returning pitch side
right here with the strength and conditioning coach Anthony Amonde. Quite a good win for you from the Shujas today. How has this experience been for you from the preparations to what you've executed really in this entire Safari7s tournament?
First of all, we are grateful for everybody who has been here and for everybody who has worked to make this tournament a successful. I think the main cause for this tournament is always to expose as much as we can. So we have exposed our boys just to have a taste of how we want them to play. So they have come out at the end of it, they have played very well, although there's a team that fell short at the beginning. But it's just a learning process for them. So this is a tournament that Kenya has used always to benchmark itself. So we are seeing where we are heading, and we know where we're heading to. We still have a lot to prepare for, and we are still going to look for on working very hard.
And of course, in terms of the preparations that you had, did the lineup work for you, and the areas that you focused on, did they work for you to be able to get to this win?
I think most of the things went to plan. The boys executed most of the things that we had planned. I think the success is just show of how hard work they have put into the training. So they're just harvesting on what they have done, and so we are still going to push them to the next level, because the biggest thing for us is just to make this team succeed again.
Thank you so much, strength and conditioning coach Anthony Amonde. And we'll be going right back to the views right here. This is going to be a celebration for everyone. We get back to look at what the fans have done, looking back at the award ceremony, and it's been great right here. My name is Sullivan Dege. We'll get the highlights and how this entire celebration is going to be like. Thank you so much.
And we're back in commentary with the presentation ceremony at the Safari7s, and it has been 2 great days of rugby action.
Yeah, I've enjoyed myself,
and so has she, the young girl there in pictures.
I mean, seeing some of these players, especially the women in the competition, with a range of experience, the youngsters from
we will be returning pitch side to Kevin Wambua. Another interview.
Right here with the head coach of Kenya, Shujaz, and it's been quite a spectacular win for you. How does this win, what does it mean to you?
Win is good. I think we will dedicate it to the fans. I think they pushed us in that final game and the boys drew energy off them. So it's an amazing atmosphere and the boys really worked for it and they really deserve it.
What are your advantage points that gave you this victory this evening?
Clinical in our set piece, our restarts actually won us this game because we won almost all our restarts and gave us a good platform for our attack, and also the boys had belief. So everything we've been working on came into fruition this weekend, and I'd like to thank the boys for the hard work they've been doing. So it's good for us.
Thank you so much. That is the head coach of Kenya. We're getting back to the views of what the celebrations looks like, and it's going to be an all happy moment. The Shooters have taken home, they brought home the victory right here at Safari7s tournament, and the Uganda women's are the winners of this final Safari7s tournament year 2023. My name is Sullivan Dege. Please do enjoy the views.
And in our picture there, the Kenyan Sports CS, Ababu Namwamba, alongside the chairman of the Kenya Rugby Union, Sasha Mutahi, awarding the winners of the cup competition. In the men's competition, this is Shuja,
Herman, Tony,
being rewarded for
and Vincent
the 19-0 victory over Samurai. What was a very competitive final.
Assisted by former Kenya Sevens Andrew Naila Monde, Louis Kisia and Lamek Bogonko, and not to forget the team manager Steve Sauer. It's now time for the Robin Cahill Trophy, the heaviest trophy in the house, lifted by the Kenya Rugby Union chairman and Marco Siki, KBL's managing director Kenya, and also joining in the CS, the Ministry of Sports, Bwana Babu Namwamba. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the 2023 Safari7s, Kenya Shujaa.
It is Shujaa. They are the Safari7s champions once again, retaining the title.
Joining in, ladies and gentlemen, is Baba.
Hidden their trophy behind that.
Right Honorable RAILA ODINGA joining in the party.
And joining in is former Kenyan Prime Minister RAILA ODINGA, alongside Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba and the Kenya Rugby Union Chairman Vincent Onyala. A moment of triumph for Shujaa, a heroic display over the past 2 days. They are crowned winners once again of the Safari7s on its return to the RFUEA ground.
And they had to fight for it in their path. Had the Uganda men's sevens, they had Samurai, they had to navigate a tricky Germany side as well in the semi-final. But they were flawless and too good, too smart for the Samurai in this year's final. What the title difference, and like we said earlier, what a run of form. 2 tournaments, 2 wins for Kevin Wambua. He's surely getting his bling in gold, managing the Kenya Sevens.
So it is time for the customary photo sessions. Your take, Ernest, over the 2 days of the tournament. What have you seen? What would you like to see going forward?
Because personally, this is my second Safari7s tournament. My rugby career started here in 2019, and so I was very excited to be back. But most importantly is that rugby was back to the home. The Safari7s was back to its home here at the RFUEA grounds. Good rugby from all the teams that have taken part. 10 for the men, 5 for the women.
To the Kenya Shujaa.
But most importantly,
so
for me, my takeaway is the revelations from the little known players, the Cards, the Tropic Sevens in the women's competition. The Morans, Floyd Wawire, standing up strong and playing some good rugby. But then, of course, the status quo has not changed much. Shujaa defending their title.
It is a wonderful
Against
day.
Samurai, who always bring color to this exciting festival.
We want particularly to congratulate the lionesses. The lionesses. They have shown real skill. Almost textbook rugby. They have shown what can be done with the talent and good practice. We also want to congratulate Shujaa. The Shujaa have one or two things learned from the lionesses. We congratulate them. We also congratulate our brothers from South Africa and Ugandans. Uganda is not a traditional rugby nation, but they are coming up. Congratulations. We also want our English friends. England is the land of rugby, but now
well, that was an address from the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, just congratulating the teams that have participated here at the Safari7s. As you just see, Tony Omondi and some of his Shujaa teammates embracing each other, taking in the victory. Taking a moment out with the fans for photos, and after that we will be seeing the presentation for the women's champions at the 2023 Safari7s. Uganda, they defeated the Kenya Lionesses 15 points to 12 in what was a very entertaining.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, like to request
for the Safari7s with two debutants in short there.
Medal winners, the women's category, to kindly make the way for Uganda wherever you are.
Unity Namulala to start
the CS
between the two.
Mark Ositi and Sasha Mutahi, Chairman Kenya
in that semi-final against the Cubs.
And of
for sure, Uganda's 7th season is very much alive. And what a way to keep it as exciting as possible back at home, with assumption to the top step in the women's competition here at the Safari7s. There's Grace Nabagala joined the team this year. Standout player in the Central Region competition. Behind her is Sarah Chirabo, also joined the 7th team this year. And then Yvonne Najuma just behind Gertrude Katesa. And of course Lydia Namabiro, try scorer in the cup final. Wide smile, as is of course with the fans. Uganda fans, win or lose, are known to bring the party to the rugby, but today they've won. It's been a long while, and for sure the after party will catch some fire. Charleston and the head coach in the red shirt there with an embrace. And behind him his S&C coach Chigongo Sebalamo. And then of course at the back is Captain Chris Lekuru, picking the medals of the two players who could not complete this tournament. Rachel Mufua, who got a double yellow card and red card, and Sandra Molilona, who got injured in the game against the Lionesses. This match, if anything, was played for her.
Safari7s ladies contemporary winners, Uganda!
And there, ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Safari7s women's champions, the two co-captains, Peace Lekuru Yvonne Najma at the front there, Rita Nadunga and Unity Namulala hoist that 20-kilogram trophy. They have beaten
23 Safari7s,
the Lionesses, and taken the top spot from them. And this will be just only the start of celebrations. in this tournament.
Well, it has been a good outing for Uganda, reaching the semi-final in the men's competition, winning the women's competition. And of course, for Charles Onen and his Chargers celebration as they lift the 20-kilo Robin Cahill trophy. And
round of applause from the dignitaries there, led by former Prime Minister RAILA Odinga and Cabinet Secretary Ababu, of course the Kenya Rugby Union Chairperson Sasha Mutahi.
Giving out the medal to the Kenya Rugby Union Chairman.
And now for the individual honors.
Wherever you are, the jury proceed to the award ceremony.
For the players who have been standout in this tournament. But first, it's the losing finalists, Samurai.
The awards party led by the CS and the KBL CT. CS, the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage, Governor Mwamba, and Right Honorable RAILA
Captain Noga Hayward. The Blitzbock 2018 Vancouver 7s champion. Van on the silver at the front as well. Nabo Sokoi.
I think for me, Nabo Sokoi, one of the exciting players on the squad, as well as Ethan Isaacs. They did light up the competition for Samurai, and I'm sure we will see a lot more of them in years to come. Remember, Samurai also gave us Kathleen Arensa, played at this very tournament in 2018, went on to win the Rugby World Cup with the Springboks in 2023.
Nabo Sokoi is an alumnus of the Grey College in South Africa, and this is the product of all that investment into young talent like him. Dan Hosek receiving his medal as well, Florian Kai, and of course that technical bench that is led by the ever-present Nick Watley.
Many congratulations to the Samurai team. The program ran and held by none other than Tay Sands of Samurai, featuring Colin Zidera, former Kenyan 7s.
There's a losing finalists, but on the more positive end, there's a silver medal winners of the 2023 Safari7s tournament, Samurai Rugby.
Absolutely,
ladies and
second
gentlemen,
in Nairobi.
Let's hear it for the runners-up, Samurai Barracudas.
Exerted themselves well over the 2 days of the competition. Gave us exciting rugby.
After them will be the losing finalists in the women's competition. An unfortunate result in the end.
Well done, Samurai. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy your stay in Nairobi. We hope to see you gentlemen yet again next year. Same place, same time. And now for the silver medalists, the women's category, we would like to ask Bwana Moses Dale, Vice Chairperson Kenya Rugby Union, to be joined by Director Harriet Okach, Aroni Joshua, Treasurer Kenya Rugby, and of course Chairman
the Lionesses getting a card of honor from their juniors in the Cubs.
Dignitaries led by CS, Ministry of Sports, Culture and Heritage, Bwana Ababu Mwamba, the Right Honorable RAILA Odinga, and his entourage.
There's the Lionesses.
Thank you so much for your time, and we'll hopefully see you later on this year.
Naomi Amuguni and Phoebe Otieno limping after getting injured in that final against Uganda. There's Maureen Morito, an exciting character. She played in the Elgo Cup, very vocal.